Hey, peace, you guys, and good morning. It's Nadira here. Just a really quick video because I'm in Virginia. We have a hurricane coming, so they say. So we're about to run to the store to get some stuff. But before then, first things first, we're going to talk about revolutionary suicide a little bit, okay? By Dr. Huey P. Newton, of course. Just the first part of the book today. The first part is like very little, right? Starting after the manifesto. This part is really just talking about his early life, starting out and stuff. I'm going to read this quote because it kind of lets you know how his schooling went. It says, during those long years in the Oakland public schools, I did not have one teacher who taught me anything relevant to my own life or experience. Okay, that kind of says a lot given the fact that we're in school for over 10 years and he didn't really learn anything. But it's not hard to believe. As an African American that went through the public school system, I can relate. I didn't learn a lot I wanted to know. A lot of the stuff I learned either came from library books or, but it's not about me. Dr. Huey, well, first, now this is in part 2, but he said he didn't really learn to read until he was a senior in high school when he taught himself, okay? So that just says a lot, given the fact that he went through all this schooling and didn't learn how to read really good. But then again, his relationship with the school was he was a fighter since kindergarten. He had the fighting spirit. So the teachers had the antagonistic role towards him. Even after he would be suspended and he'd go home and have his punishment, he'd return back to school in the mindset of like, okay, I'm here, I'm going to learn and all this stuff. But the teachers would still treat him like he was there to start fights and stuff. So it's kind of hard to rise above people when they put their opinions on you like that. But yeah, he fought in school. His brother taught him how to fight, but he also fought out of school. Having a young face, he had to fight to kind of, I guess, defend himself if people would try him. He said that people would call him baby, and I think when they called him baby, that was immediately like fight time. Don't call him that. Okay. But yeah, his early life, he grew up in a 2-parent household. His mother was loving, had a great sense of humor, and his father was a minister. Traditional gender roles kind of was what he grew up to see. There's later chapters in there talking about his relationships, and he says that, how he grew up kind of painted how he saw things. And that's it. If you want to read more about his early life, I think you should just go ahead and read the book because, but one more thing, a little bit off subject, not really quick though. I was watching a documentary on George Jackson last night, and Dr. Huey spoke at George Jackson's funeral. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then after the documentary ended, it kept going, and there was more footage of Dr. Huey speaking. But I want to say peace and love to George Jackson as well. I wasn't aware of how much of his life was actually spent in prison as a quote-unquote prisoner, and I think that it's not necessarily right that somebody would have to live their life in bondage so much like that. But after self-educating himself, George Jackson did come into the role of revolutionary / organizer. He organized the prisoners in ways that made the prison people feel uncomfortable. But yeah, peace and love to all those brothers. George Jackson was also a Panther also. But anyway, hopefully this video is not all over the place. Thanks for watching. Peace and love, and see you tomorrow.